Good morning from down under, everyone. My name is Romance Blitz, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Rogue Trader Lex Imperialis DLC and Void Shadows DLC. I believe this will be part 24 in the series. If memory left off, we were about to head out into space again. So we'll go do that. I've double checked one or two things in between of videos. First, I've dropped the volume of the voices in game, because I know my voice was a bit quiet compared to other chatter. Hopefully that fixes it. Unfortunately, I can't turn mine up anymore. The other thing is I checked on an achievement or two just to see if I would be affected. It turns out I should be able to get all the ones I was hoping for, so we'll see when the time comes. Otherwise, that's pretty much everything. So if you like the series, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let us offer a toaster to the algorithm priest and get right into it. So I'm going to keep knocking out these little small sites bit by bit. We'll go collect the space dust. And once I get to the system with Janus in it, which is our current destination as we do our first bit of exploration, we will make one slight detour, but Janus is going to be the first of the three worlds we definitely begin our activities at, but we're going to make one detour to another one. Hopefully just to unlock it and not do anything else in there. For reasons that will make a little bit of sense soon. That world is pretty much done. So we are here. We haven't been to this system yet. So we'll go over here. I don't think I've seen this one. How do you intend to study this disease? Of course, it's just a choice. The voidsmen are to be treated and put back to work. If you want test subjects, tell the Master of Arms to provide you with the required number of convicts and other riffraff. Here we go, so this is definitely one of them. I just realized I think there was something else I was supposed to do on the ship, so we'll do it after this. Find the source of these rumors and punish those responsible. I don't want any unnecessary deaths. My wishes, Voxmaster, are that the enforcers to sort out the situation before we forfeit the crew wholesale, investigate the rumors and find the real culprits, and no violence. Alright, so chart new routes. So obviously there's some stuff over there. We want to get up to there very soon. So what we will do is quickly go back to the bridge, because I do now remember what I was going to do next episode. I believe, or at least part of it. We had some companion quest stuff pop up. So where's it? Oh, there's rumors. Yeah, Cassia. So we're gonna go speak with Cassia, and then we'll continue on.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
I heard rumors that you are not getting on with the crew.
Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants?
Let us go to my study. No one will stop us there.
Then lead the way, and I will answer all of your questions.
The messenger you rebuked butchered his own family and then killed himself. During the warp voyage, you gave the wrong orders, which led to the vessel shifting off course and the service bay being destroyed. The officers are likely to be quartered next to your chambers because of the constant emotional outbursts it causes them. Some even maim themselves and others. Would you mind telling me why you needed 100 species of bird and what you used them for? Alright, I think I have heard enough. Alright, so we got quite a few different options that we can choose. I am not sure which one I want to do. So I'm going to give it a quick read. Probably go if you have a kind soul but difficulty reaching out to people, I could teach you the art of communication if you like. There we go. What would you like to ask? Your interpretation of the classical text is not entirely correct. If the subjects have grown accustomed to the ruling house, all the sovereign must do is refrain from breaching long-standing traditions. Adjust unwanted laws as gradually as you would shift the bed of a flooded river. No one will ever take your power from you. I will exercise restraint and leniency in my actions. Excessive suspicion and mistrust hardens the hearts of the people and turn them against each other. Please do continue. Alright, so we got some choices. It's not always easy, but I try to lead the dynasty towards prosperity by whatever means. So we weren't going the freedom route, so we're going to go this one. And that's all nice and done. Alright, back out we go. On the space trip again. Do, 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 do. Alright, we shall visit this one. Alrighty. So we will drop a quick save, and we're going to go straight for this battle. Technically, I could make my life so much easier if I do my little detour first, but I should be able to manage it, I think. Attack the pirates. So this one is a little bit in particular. We don't want the ship to get away. That's why having the assistance of some stuff is handy, but the fight itself is easy. It's something I rated easy back 18 months ago, so should be fine. So this is the ship we're going to hunt after. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to unload in this poor chap's face. We're going to put a gun in his face too. Then I got a little bit too close, but it's fine. I'm going to go here. Going to shoot a laser at him. We're going to drop a torpedo right in front of him. Shields to the right, because we've got an enemy vessel over there. And call it there. Alrighty. So first things first. We're going to put a nice shot into him again. Get that shield all nice and weakened. Again. Alright, shield is severely weakened. Torpedo is going to move up and detonate. Then do that. Go here. Unload. Then we will. Can I get no? Yeah, we'll swing her about. And we'll put power to the front.
There's a breach in our defenses.
Oh, ow. That hurt a bit more than I thought it was going to. Laser. Alright, it's surrendered, so that's that sorted. We're now going to start unloading into all these chaps. Drop a torpedo. We will go over here to try and angle ourselves a bit better. Start the shields. Put it on the right anyway. And so they're targeting my missiles, which is good. So glack him. Torpedoes begin your turn. We are also going to turn. Head here. Laser. Laser. Move forward. Power to our this side, I guess. Torpedoes wrap around. Torpedoes go over here. Laser. Fight over. I could have done better again on that fight, but oh well. It's fine. So, slightly better weapon. Alrighty. First things first, we shall repair their ship, because that's the important thing, because if it dies, it's a game over, and we don't want that. Equip the dorsal weapon a bit better. Oh, Xena Ruins. Take that. What do you got here? Adamantite. I think we have any because I skipped the previous one. But I believe 2 is generally the best that you get outside of other event type things, so it's fine to pick that up as it is. What we got here? Xenotech for 3. I believe 3 is pretty good. I think there's one that's slightly better, but getting 3 is fine. We will go to the anomaly. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so this is the bottomless pit. Alright, so let's have a look around.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Our prayers are different, but I know
The shadows reveal their secrets.
Ministry. It unites us.
You are right. Only we know what it is to pray to our intercessor at an altar in our struggle to protect those close to us, to be their spiritual shield.
Alright.
I read about this.
I always have a backup plan.
Pick up the loot there. We'll go over here.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Get this description.
As it should be.
Alrighty, and then we'll have a quick look down here.
This could be an opportunity.
What do we got here? Staff of Midnight. 11 willpower and 10 perception. We'll take it. 10 willpower, so we'll put that on.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
I need telepathy. Never mind then. Guess we won't be doing anything with it. Alrighty. I'll go over here, throw a quick save, and let the event begin. You know, I stretch your hand into the darkness. We will try to dominate it. And that's pretty much it, so... Another little bit of free experience
Is
we
there
got
money
there.
to be made?
I'm not gonna worry about leveling up my characters just yet. Because I want to get back into space and kind of sort out the little side journey before we get back into the main part, because we are going to go straight into Janus. First things first is we need to travel here. Okay, so this is kicking off. So, what is Adara doing there? I will deal with it personally, I need an exact location. Yeah, I still don't need to level my characters, so it'll be fine. Go do this now. So it does look like the order of events regarding potential achievements does require me to do something that I don't want to do.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Actually, I might do the level up now. Wasn't going to bother, but probably better to do it and get it out of the way. Alright, so our characters. Alrighty. So AP increase and willpower. AP increase and I believe it is agility for keyboard. Yeah, agility is first. So we'll do that. Ability increase. So this is where her using her heavy bolter gets a bit better and easier. And then clearly want bliss skill. And then for Cassia, I'm sure it's going to be willpower. I'll double check, but I'm also pretty sure Pascal is intelligence, because that's his main stat. Yep. And I believe Companion Dad should be toughness. Oh no, weapon skill. I guess he's got all the toughness he needs now, I suppose. So it's time for him to be able to hit. A bit better anyway. There we go. I'm gonna drop a quick save.
These rumors about Lord Captain Theodora.
Speaking of those rumors, Abel. Yeah, so the ghost is trying to play tricks on us, and there's only one Chaos God out of the four. He loves the trickery. We have already met. You are not Theodora. Theodora is dead. There's no coming back from that. If you're Theodora, then tell me who really killed you. What do you want with me? Why were you waiting for me? Where is Adira? What have you done with her? I will send you back into the abyss you crawled out of. Blah blah blah, fake Theodora, I'm not paying attention to you.
Let us not dawdle.
I did it.
All the workers here. And there's Theodora. Well, there's fake Theodora anyway. The real one we all know is dead, well and truly.
Keep your wits about you.
Sigh. And this is why you don't let an oxidation cycle on your boat. Dara, you silly, silly girl. Alright. As you can see, there's a dogmatic choice and an iron class choice. This is the only time we're not picking dogmatic, pretty much. There's a reason behind it. I still need Idara for an achievement. That is the only reason we are not picking it right now. Luckily, I have checked. I can still get the dogmatic points later, and it won't affect another achievement. So, in this one chance, we are going to actually min-max alignment gains and go Iron Class, so we can get some free hope points, and then get our faith points later. I will say that if you let Argenta murder her right there and then, it does help with her personal line as well. Again, we're going to get enough points where we can do this option without it affecting us, so it doesn't matter. We still have more options to kill her, by the way, if we want to be the one that does it. Idira, I am your captain, not her. Listen to me and snap out of it. Now, I will say in the alpha and the beta, every time this came up, I put a bolt route in her head. The only time I haven't murdered her was in the heretical run.
I will exterminate every
So
last
she is
one of you.
extraordinarily lucky that I still have need of her. That is the only reason why she gets spared. Alright, we are going to we're gonna gather up here. Abel can go one forward. Cassie can take that spot. And Argenta can have keyboard spot. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. We're just going to go straight off into our little fun times.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So drag them all away from Idera with that one.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Then Abelard is going to taunt them
It will
all,
be
because
done.
I doubt he will have enough firepower to actually murder.
At your beck and call.
And we will begin the murder train with Keyboard.
I will not die in dishonor.
So we will... we'll just do a normal attack,
Trust me,
and then leap,
as the tenets demand.
and then
Trust me.
do that. And can I get out of the way? Not quite, so we'll do it again.
I shall not fail.
I'll
I
take a
bring
step back
mercy
there.
and retribution.
I'll make it happen. On it.
Burn.
It's as good as done.
That should be fine.
I will not.
Alright, I'll pop that. Life around. End it.
Faith each strike is a prayer.
Then it will split into two. And that is lure accurate, as pink horrors do tend to split into two blue horrors, so. Alright, now we have Cassia. Going to move everyone back here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Pop that one down. Debuff.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Fushwada.
I, as duty demands.
Then...
Try to die with grace.
kill
at
that
least.
one. We got mutants. We got everyone who's kind of away from us before the act, so I won't use to find its hour. We'll save it. You can see Idara is just doing her best to debuff everyone. Which is fine.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me.
Happy Flash.
The other side awaits.
I think I'm in range. Oh no, I'm
The
in range one.
shadows will
That's all that
see
matters.
it done,
Let the pain train continue.
as the tenets demand. As honor
Lay
ordains,
down.
Aish death is a blessing.
Don't you dare leave us
Oh.
now.
Okay, yeah, so they've definitely fixed that so you can let yourself. I actually thought I had enough HP. Guess not. It's fine. Again, it's not going to impact us. So, happy
Who,
slash.
if not me?
It did drop our thing down though, that's just unfortunate.
I'll make it happen. You never
Please.
stood a chance.
Murder. Oh. That's embarrassing. On my end.
Rejoice in battle!
Okay.
As the Emperor
Just
commands,
because
I
we
act.
can.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Overkill to the extreme there.
Doubt is for the weak.
Running guns, swap to a rifle, shoot this
Faith
guy.
each strike is a prayer.
We can let these people come over.
I will do my...
Squish. And then that's pretty much it.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Can draw a bead on him, so
Approved.
do that.
Another
Multi-purpose,
fur
kill him.
painted black.
I think I will find this out. We can do air
I'll
ward. It should be
paint your death in
enough
colors.
to murder one person.
I'm not interested. Target Wells. One
That
fewer
card.
target.
Lord Captain, is that really you? Alright, so obviously we get more options to murder her. Again, we need her for an achievement, so she isn't going to die. At least yet. She may yet still die. We'll find out. Are you alright? The Abomination claims that you called her. Is this true? Has anything like this ever happened to you before? Yeah, so Faith 8, Faith. Previous Retrager has been seen on the ship recently. Was that your doing? Stop drinking then, you silly girl. Lower warp. You hear the warp whispering in your head and you answered, are you insane? What am I supposed to do with you now? So again, our cat is very clear. You have the choice to shoot her at every moment during this whole thing. I think they're trying to send a message. What will happen to my crew while we look for this remedy? Your worries do not interest me, but as long as you live, you will keep yourself under control. It will remain useful. You will live. So Idra has Idara has like 2 or 3, I think, different pathways. But we're not going to care because once the achievements are done with, she is going for a ride. I got rid of the Psycho's creations. Idra is alive. See that she gets medical attention and then put a guard on her. If she succumbs to warp's influence again, shoot her without warning. Yeah, so, basically that is our final warning to
Rise
Idara
to the
to
top, or
knock
get
it off
left in the
or die.
dust.
So we are going to do just that. Again, we will get those Dogmatic points in the future, so it's not going to be too bad. We don't need those. using those because we're not going to be using Adara. Maintain toughness once per combat. Oh, okay. We might use that. Evil, how's your helmet looking? Oh no, we want that still. Oh, you don't have a helmet. You can use that then. May as well get a little bit of tankiness. In terms of gear, I'm not super worrying about it for now. I will probably overhaul their gear off camera.
In another life,
Just
you
because
could
I
have
know that
worn the
there
insignia
are
of the
some
Adeptus
items
Sororitas,
that
and I would have called
everyone
you
wants.
sister. But your rituals, they trouble me.
Perhaps it is because you see them as a reproach to your asceticism. My armor bears...
Okay, but we are done with Idara's little episode. Again, we're not going to worry about it, her stuff, because again, the second that her usefulness in the achievements is over, she is going for a ride. But yeah, it turns out our little friend can take Idira off our hands and give us the dogmatic points. So, alrighty, we'll do that. Alright, now I normally wouldn't do this so soon, but I do in my games link up the colony worlds. Speaking of which, colony management. Alright, so I have had some time to think about it. I'm going to go with Celestial Protector for this. Just because that is a pretty decent buff. We're going to start working on ecology projects. And then I do have a rough idea of what I want to do. So as it comes online, it will come online. So if there isn't a pathway, you can make one. With Navigate Insight, you can get it for events and just searching systems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chart the course. Because this is where our home world is. I'm going to buff it up to unsafe. I'm going to travel there. Alright, we'll do the chart. Just to get it out of the way. Now the only thing I'm going to do in here is try and unlock the colony so I can begin development on it. So that I can have... let's have a look. Nope. So it looks like I have to head over there first. Oh, this is what do they want? Punish them for their disrespect by letting them dock at the furthest and most dilapidated airlock so it takes them an eternity to transvance the ship. Alright, so I believe this triggers Pascal's companion stuff. Normally I don't trigger this until much later in the game. But it is what it is, I suppose. Just because we are making a side trip to get something earlier rather than later, although I've done a lot of it in the past without it. But if we're going for a certain achievement, having it might actually be useful. So we're getting accused of being heretics. At least Pascal is. We're gonna study the two priests of Mars. Alright, we're gonna go with who are you? Who dares to arrive on my ship uninvited, asking for trouble, are you cogs? Yeah, this heretic, blah 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 blah. That's what you say. Does this big fella have to roar? Are you saying he's a saint? Uh-huh. Do you have proof that the tech priest is who he claims? Alright, what is happening on Kyber Gamma? That planet belongs to me. What do you have to say to this, Pascal? I'm not handing over Pascal over unless I see evidence. Let's get to the bottom of this matter together. I insist on a joint investigation. Arresting a Red Trade's team member without justification stands in breach of the laws which is under the right to trade. Yeah, so I believe that a fight is unavoidable, at least to my knowledge. This fight isn't going to last very long though, because
You will
you
beg
have
for
seen the power of
mercy,
our
but
Alpha
I will
Strike,
grant
and they're all out in
none.
the open. So Cassia is going first anyway. So we're going to put Cassia here. Then we're going to put Argenta there. Then we're gonna put myself here. Mr. Toaster Repairman's gonna go there. Companion Dad's gonna go there, and Rebellious One is gonna go there. Alrighty, so first things first, we're going to start off by popping this down on us. Then we are going to pop this one down like here. Then we're going to make sure that he is debuffed.
If I may,
Alright, gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna pop this,
I'm
make
not
him come
accustomed
down,
to being ordered around.
so he gets affected by it now too. Then yoink!
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
And lastly, bang.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
It's that easy sometimes. Honestly, I could just do that. Pretty sure a lot of them are stunned. Actually, a majority of them are stunned. There's only one person I think who isn't stunned because I don't see the... Oh, no, there's two. You know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Then we will go analyze enemies on the big guy. Could actually just pop him with this, but you don't get very often where you get a nice juicy plasma round like that, so we're gonna do it. And I can still do it anyway, so we will weaken. And then maybe we won't. Why can't I weaken him? I must have used all the charges on him. Fine. Do that. Then we will move this back just a bit to make sure all of them are in it. And then our rogue trader is just going to murder them all. But they're already on fire, so if I do this and this.
I'll see to you all fall before my might.
Boom. Then for science.
It's as good as done.
I do hurt myself with it. Okay. That's fine then.
On it. Another enemy down.
Are you not dead? Oh, he's not dead. Sorry about that. I was like, why is this combat not ending? Yeah, so you can see why Cassie is still my favorite character, and so far, even with the nerfs, this has not changed. Pascal, what did you do to Tarsus? I'm sorry I had to kill a comrade. Pascal? Hmm. the cycle be discontinued. Is there one small point I'm not clear on what just happened? The reason of actor genuflection? The Messiah of discontinuing, is that how you refer to Amarat? Is Amarat's teaching that's heretical? Do you know where he is? You were among his followers. I've assumed the conflict between you and Pascal has been resolved. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Western-eyed. Alright, loot everyone. Alright, new axe. Power sword, Proof black armor. Nope. Nope. Alright, so... Ah, it's an exact duplicate. Never mind.
I always keep my options open.
I'll just have a quick look around. I doubt there's anything here. But it never hurts to be too careful. And then we'll go talk to our good friend Pascal.
My apologies. 19% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. My response time may be longer than usual.
Have you found out anything? Have you found anything out, I should say. Oh, I need Captain
Data
Caffeine.
is scarce. His identification code is the same as mine, and his memory contains data confirming that the assassination did take place. Unfortunately, some of his memory was damaged by pulses broadcast by his battle harness. I can assert with some confidence that he was who he claimed to be, and that he served the Deus Mechanicus earnestly and eagerly.
He gave off the impression of a paranoid madman.
Notwithstanding his permanent state of agony, he was not cognitively dysfunctional. His desire to immediately destroy the object he had deemed profane was partly dictated by his engrammatic augmetics, which were receiving imperatives from his battle harness. In light of the oddness of our matching identification codes, I find merit in his hypothesis as to the existence of a clandestine malevolent agent or conspiracy operating inside our fraternity.
What do you think was behind the assassination?
No data available. I will hypothesize that the assassination was instigated by an enemy of the Blessed Amanat's doctrine. I accept the possibility that the assassins were targeting me, only to be led astray by Tarsus and my own identical identifiers. I am concerned about the fate of Archmagos Amanat. According to Opticon 22, he went missing in the wake of the incident on an Arc Mechanicus, the Hermetico. Information about that ship and its perishing has been purged from the archives. I accept the possibility that the incident on the ship, the concealed data, and the assassination have all been part of a single conspiracy.
Are you not surprised that Amaranat's words were... Sorry, Amaranat's words had such an effect on Opticon 22?
I was not knowledgeable as to how popular Blessed Amanat's teaching was in exploratory circles. The Cognizance fleet is massive. His ideas might have found a larger following on its periphery than in the Mother Squadron.
He was a believer and he caused schism. Tarsus was a believer and he turned into a zealot. Faith can be dangerous.
Of course, faith is dangerous. Faith is the prerogative of the spirit, and a spiritless mind is an enemy of all existence. Without faith, there is no meaning in anything, no point to any aspirations or limitations. But faith can take different forms. The form of prohibitions established by unknown elders. The form of an audacious violation of those prohibitions. The form of following dogma or of schism. The form of following the cycle or of discontinuing the cycle. In a system with two courses of action, schism is inevitable. And only one of these paths will be true, as truth is discreetly separate from untruth.
Only a fool would find no flaw in the creed, but true faith lies not only looking for flaws.
It is a stable path for growth. The minds of different individuals are not equal. The revelations bestowed upon them are not equal. Some must guide, and others must trust those who guide them. We are all guided by the Omnissiah, and perhaps it is only thanks to his first prophets and the prohibitions they gifted us that we still exist.
Perhaps you will find out more.
I will continue my research into the Blessed Martyr's memory with all due reverence.
Strange messages have been appearing in the ship's log. What do you know about this era?
This statement is true. Algorithmic violations have been recorded, as a result of which I twice performed an offering to the cogitators of corrective data vows and ruled out the possibility of sabotage. I hypothesize that the violation is a consequence of the discontent of the ship's machine spirits. I recommend a procedure of placation of the honored spirits for the glory of the Omnissiah and the steel angels sent by him.
I must take my leave.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Alright, so before we end the episode, because we're over an hour, I'm going to throw a quick save, and then I'm going to go onto the map. I'm just hoping, again, I can just go to the planet and get access to the colony manager. So, begin scan. Alright, is that enough? Alright, try going to the administratum. I just want to see if I can trigger the colony management. I trigger it? No.
I always have a
Sigh.
backup plan.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure at what stage the colony management kicks in for Dragonus. Because normally this is the last one that I go to on my route. Just because I do the other two first and get it out of the way. But we'll see. It is my hope that after this cutscene, it will kind of activate, and if it does, then that's good. It was uneventful, thank you. Hold on a moment. Clementia, what did you say your last name was? The Emperor bless those who strengthen humanity's domain through their deeds. You have reason to be proud of your progeny. Why isn't the governor here to greet me? I'd like to rest before meeting him. Where are my chambers? Alright, you are dismissed. Alright, is that enough to activate it? I'm actually gonna have to do all of Dragonus first. Oh, I'll figure that out in between episodes. So thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying. I'll catch you next time.